All right, we're rolling.
We're rolling.
We're officially rolling. We're here with Scott Salah.
Hello.
Scott Salah is the owner of the paint shop. And what does the paint shop do?
The paint shop specializes in interior finishing and custom cabinets.
Custom cabinets, which can, that's what they say is if you're going to upgrade anything in your house, your cabinets gives you one of the biggest bang for your buck.
Correct.
Is that right?
And we also refinish existing cabinets. If they're just nice cabinets but out of date, out of style, we can make them look new.
You can come right in and that's probably a really efficient way to spend your money especially if you're going to sell your house or something like that and you have some old cabinets that just, because nowadays it seems like the women today, maybe I shouldn't say that, I'll get myself in trouble. Some people today, they can't look past like an old set of cabinets. But you can make an old set of cabinets look pretty new with a fresh coat of paint.
Nice little facelift.
There you
fresh
go.
coat of paint.
Yeah. Well, we're here to talk about solar with Tim, our friend,
Good morning, Gloucester.
Kazalt Solar. We're about 12 testimonials deep right now
Yes,
over the last couple of years.
Yes, we are.
And we keep doing it because it's good positive energy every time. Every person we talk to, what they say is, what would you do differently? They say, I'd do it sooner and I'd do more of it.
I agree.
And that's where you're at.
I agree.
So how long have you had your panels?
I believe 4 years now?
Yeah, I think we're coming in the fourth year. Yeah, Scott was one of our first customers on Cape Ann.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
And and this is one of the questions we always ask, what was your reasoning to do with the environment, or was it more to do with financial, or some other reason?
I would say a little bit of both. More financial,
Yeah.
free electricity, and it's worked out that way.
For me, it had nothing. Even though I like the environment, if it didn't make financial sense, just wasn't going to happen.
Right.
And at now 2 years in, and when I have a zero electricity and I get checks in the mail and directly deposited, it makes me very happy.
That's right. The income checks will be coming out this month.
Oh, really?
Yep. You'll be getting your S-rate checks this month.
Very nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how's your experience been?
It's been great. I basically don't pay any electricity. Short of, I think my free electricity usually runs out at about February and then starts back up towards the middle of March. I'm back to living free.
Yeah.
I like that living free.
I have a question, Tim. I have a question for you.
Yeah.
So I over the course of the year, I haven't paid any electricity, but like Scott, I might have like a $38 bill
Yep.
in March or something like that.
Yep.
And I don't pay that bill because I know the following month
You get a credit.
I have so much of a credit,
Yep.
and the credit just keeps building because when in the spring we're basically not running heat,
Correct.
and in the summer we're not running heat. So is there a problem if I don't pay that little bill? Do I get a hit on my credit score?
Credit score? Not that I'm aware of.
Yeah.
You'd have to ask National Grid that
Maybe
way.
a small fine, a late fee.
A late fee. But you're right. I mean, if you think about it, the best time to build up these credits is in the spring and in the fall. In the spring, we can't wait to get outside because we've got cabin fever. You're also chasing the kids for their sports or whatever, grandkids in my case, and you're using less electricity. So what's happening is you're dropping down in your consumption in the home and you're getting more daylight. I often tell my family I wake up a very happy man on June 21st because that's the longest daylight we have.
Yeah.
I'm not so happy on December 21st because that's our shortest day. It has nothing to do with the holidays. So that's where you're building those credits to use in the months where you have less daylight. And that's what we try to do. We look at the annual production of your solar system and try to match that against your annual consumption.
So Scott's expanding his business. Just signed a purchase and sale in Salem, Massachusetts, and because you have it on the house now, you're thinking about doing it for your commercial building.
Yeah. A couple friends of mine have solar on their buildings. It's actually even more profitable than having on a residential building.
What are some of the benefits to having it on a commercial building over and above on a residence?
Yeah, a couple of things that are a little bit different on the incentive side. One is naturally it's a larger system, so your production's greater. But the real key for a business owner is he can depreciate the cost of the solar system that he's investing in. So he's getting all the incentives that we get on our homes, plus he gets to depreciate the cost of that asset because he's investing in solar. Not only that, but the IRS has done what's for renewable energy for business owners, has accelerated depreciation. So they're able to take that depreciation, if they like, over 5 years, the full cost over 5 years, versus taking it over the extended period, life expectancy of the asset, which is in this case is 25 years.
Keeps the money in the business.
Yeah. So what it does is it makes the payback a lot faster for a business owner.
Yeah. Who
So
doesn't
that's
like
a good
that?
part of our business.
Yeah.
That's business.
That's right. That's right. Take advantage of.
Or you can take advantage of it, or you can give it away.
Right.
It's all it is a decision,
It's
right?
good business. It is.
Yeah.
So Scott would get on his new business, new building, or his new investment, he'd get the federal tax credit, which, by the way, is going to drop at the end of this year. So it drops only 4 points. It goes from 30% to 26%. And then he'll get the electricity savings. In essence, he's paying himself for electricity now, depending on how he pays for that or finances it. He'll get his smart income. It's an income stream that pays him for investing in solar, actually a check that we get quarterly. Now, he'll get it monthly. We'll talk about that in one of the segments coming up, how that's changed a little bit for consumers. And then he gets that depreciation. So it's payback, if it's a strong productivity of a system, will be somewhere financially in the third, fourth year.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Should double his money in 13 years. You can't do that on any other investment in America.
Safely,
Safely.
with no risk.
That's right. With no risk.
To get those kind of returns, usually you have to take on a lot of risk, and there could be a lot of
correct.
negative associated with
That's
it.
correct.
Yeah, that's fantastic. What other things can he do to save money?
With the building?
Yeah.
Well, one of the things, if he has overages on his solar credits, right now, if we have overages in our homes, we usually use those for the off months. If he has overages and we can size the system appropriate to his building needs and oversize the systems for other meters that he wants to feed, he can actually send that electricity administratively to those other meters.
So you can share the energy that's produced, to different meters.
That's correct. Probably, I would gather 90% of my clients that have solar on their businesses feed the house meter with their credits, and then they take the extra credits, the excess, and they send it over administratively to their homes.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's called virtual net metering.
So wait a second. So this is even more brilliant, because if you can take the depreciation, so if you have a commercial building,
Yeah.
and you can use it, and then you can take all the depreciation and have all that benefit tax-wise,
Yes,
but then use it for your house.
correct.
Why wouldn't you do that?
Why wouldn't you do it exactly?
It's like it's just, how many times have we said no brainer in the past couple months? No brainer, right?
It is a no-brainer on the commercial side.
What are some of your friends that have gone with Kazal? Who are they?
Preferred auto body.
Yeah.
What's the other commercial building? Why am I drawing a blank?
We knew the Linskys. They had
Linsky's got it
yeah.
here in Gloucester,
Yeah.
Foster, Gloucester.
Northeast Cleaners.
Northeast Cleaners, Akerley Drilling and Blasting over in Magnolia have done it. Those are just
And
several of our commercial customers here in Gloucester.
And as far as testimonials go, a lot of these same people, they did their first install, saw the results, and are back for more.
Well, that's correct.
So I mean, they have the data in front of them. They see what it's doing. They see their pocketbooks, and they're like, okay, where else can I put it?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, it speaks for itself.
Well, that's a good example. Some of our residential clients have done that as well. We've got a client, I'm sure he doesn't mind me mentioning his name, Hofstaffer, who had a ground mount system put in many years ago. He lives up above the boulevard on Harvey Street. we put another ground mount system in a year or 2 years ago. So he's added into his system. He has two systems.
If people have vacant land, and say it's not even buildable, is it possible to put ground mounted systems?
As long as you have to have, the utility has to approve all of our solar installations. So because we're connecting to the grid.
Yep.
So what we have is, we have to go through that process. There has to be electrical service on the property. So we have to have some sort of meter that we can feed to offset and create that electricity flow back to the grid.
Because if someone, so say a business had some property that they weren't using.
Correct. That's
could-
one of the highest growth areas up until recently of solar. If you drive around, landfills, the best example I can give you is all the landfills are throughout New England now are being tapped off with solar systems. Because that's stranded space. There's some.
You can't build on them, right?
You can't build on them because there's gases that are being released, and you can see that in Beverly. You'll see that in a landfill in Beverly. So that's stranded space for the community. So they're looking at using those stranded acreage for creating energy.
Brilliant.
Yep.
Brilliant. Yeah. Well, the paint shop, Scott Salah, Gloucester guy, Gloucester family, great reputation. Many businesses, the Salah family has, and I don't think that there's a person that would say anything but fantastic things about their family. East Gloucester family, right up the hill from the dock.
Yeah.
Right
Not
from
only,
the dock. Grew up on the dock.
Past that house every day.
Brother Brian's one of our customers as well.
Oh, really?
It seems like the whole family's entrepreneurs, aren't they?
Well, basically, yeah. That's how we were raised.
His dad.
Dad had a restaurant when we were young. We all worked there and learned how to work for ourselves, I guess.
There you go.
It's a huge risk for doing it, as we all know, but it's a great reward.
Yeah.
Scott, thank you so much.
You're welcome. My
right.
pleasure.
And the website is?
nspaintshop.com.
There we go.